Welcome to Ask the Pro. I'm Chris Dufay, and this is where I'm here to give you what's needed to create the online business, the money, and importantly, the freedom that you want. The Ask the Pro show has been upgraded, and it's also got a new home, which is turningproacademy.com. Now, if you go to turningproacademy.com, all the podcast episodes, video episodes, and in-depth articles are there waiting for you right now. Plus, if you go to turningproacademy.com/start here, then you can get access to the free coaching guides. So if you want to know how to double or triple your clients in just a few weeks, or if you want to know how to start and grow your online business, be sure to go to turningproacademy.com/start here to get access to it now. One of the most asked questions I keep getting is, how do I start and grow my online fitness? Now, this is hard as nails to answer, as to give something that has meaning and gets results means I need to have a solid background on how everything needs to be set up, how everything is currently set up, and what is the type of online business that that person wants to create for themselves. So in this episode, I'm taking you through the online fitness business blueprint, and also including in on this is the 3 success factors for you to build your dream online fitness, and how this is huge props into how I'm in the position right now to be able to give this to, and how I'm watching trainers and coaches around the world be able to build their own dream fitness business. So this is the stuff that is working. Also, I'm going to outline the 5 steps to your online fitness business that you need to get working. Otherwise, it is going to crash and burn, and you'll be wasting a lot of time and money. So I want to welcome you to Ask the Pro. I am your host and your coach, Chris Dufay, and this is where I'm going to give you what's needed to create the online business, the money, the freedom, and the life that you want. Now, before we jump into this, I want to say a huge thank you, because it is my own company, but still, this episode is brought to you by My Body Blends and my favorite, the Superfood Elixir, which is the green drink I'm just loving right now. So if you do want the fuss-free proven programs, the actual body and health guides and products to transform, then be sure to head on over to mybodyblends.com. Also, be sure to tune in and join me on the My Body Blends podcast show, as there are new episodes coming to you every single Monday. And this is where I deep dive into the health and fitness topics. I bring on the world's best coaches, minds, practitioners, the people that you want to be answering the questions that you have with your health and fitness. Now, if you are loving this, be sure to subscribe to the Ask the Pro show, because I've got an absolute library of killer guests, and I'm deep diving into the topics that you want, because it's by no fancy coincidence that the Ask the Pro show is named that reason for a very good way, and that is because I'm here to answer your questions. So be sure to get in contact with me. Jump on Snapchat, jump on Facebook, jump on Instagram, jump on the website, and be sure to ask the questions that you want me to answer for you. Though, to really get the most out of you being here with me right now, there is a specific link just for this episode, which is Chris Dufay, that's Chris DUFEY.com/blueprint. This is where you can go right now to see everything and get the full online fitness business blueprint laid out for you right there, to see what the steps are for you to take. So that's at chrisdufay.com/blueprint. So make sure that you do head on over there. Now, I have literally just completed a back-breaking project that was asked by popular demand. The thing is, working with me one-on-one means you need to invest thousands, but also I'm super picky with who I work with, and I keep it to a very small number. So the trainers, the coaches, the practitioners, the therapists, everyone that's wanting to come into the mentoring program, and then when it's full, they can't, well, they were asking on what are they able to start to do. And I have just finished creating the online fitness blueprint. that is an in-depth manual, but also I've included it with a 28-day fast start guide and a membership suite full of video coaching guides. But really, I want to be able to take you through in this episode what the critical factors are so you can be taking this on board and putting it into action yourself. Now, I literally just finished creating the whole thing last night, and I don't want to keep this under wraps. So I wanted to record this for you to actually go into the steps, into the system and the program so you can take action for yourself on all of this. And really, I published the Ask the Pro podcast to give you more value. And well, the truth is as well, 90% of what I do is free. And for me, I want my free stuff to be much, much, much better than everyone else's paid stuff. So I'm keeping up with tradition right here. So firstly, I think it's really important that we understand that we need to know why you want to build your online fitness business. And the straight up truth is, if you don't, you are going to be left behind as well. Even if you just want to keep up with your face-to-face coaching, the way that clients make decisions on who to sign on with is going to have a very strong progression and presence with the online streams. And this means if you don't get a foothold and a real foothold into having this work for you, clients will be going to your competitors and you will be left behind. Also, just looking at the online fitness world alone, it's very saturated, but we both know that it is not competitive. There's also the very strong ability for you to be able to stand head and shoulders above your competition, have the right type of people that you want as customers and clients, and to be able to get them on board for the business however you want to create it. And we'll go into that into a second as well. But you'll see in just a bit that when I cover the first of the 5 steps that I mentioned before, this is where you are going to be able to separate yourself. But before we even go into that, I had so many Pro Circles members rave about when I opened this up to them. And this was just really simple. This was the 3 simple success factors that I really kind of boiled down to what I saw was working on a day-by-day basis, both for myself, but also for all the other members as well. Now, the first is that you need to grow your following. And especially with the power of social media right now, you need to be able to attract in the right type of people so they are going to be suited for coming on board for what you offer, whether it's private consulting or coaching, one-off programs, memberships, or even physical products. Because in an upcoming episode, I'm going to be going into the big mistakes that I see people constantly making when trying to start and really grow their online platform. And this is the one of the most common pitfalls, which honestly, I understand it's easy to fall into, but you really need to be able to see what is the truth and what is just the smoke and mirrors to the industry. And this is that the total amount of your fans or your followers or your likes, whatever those vanity metrics are, those do not correlate straight over to dollars and profits. So knowing some of the big names in the industry with some gigantic followings, some of them don't monetize or have the business that you really think they do. But what you need to focus on is that it's not about having the hundreds of thousands of followers. It's about having the right people, have them raving about you, which then means that you need to have that message market media match from what you're doing. So this is you having the right type of message, going to the right type of market through the right media. So let's use an example right now that you might not think of. Let's say you are a postnatal specialist trainer. Then having the right message that could involve you really understanding the hardships and the problems at hand that women that want to be able to regain their body after having children, that is being able to then go into the right person, which is obviously into the mothers. And then you need to be able to do that through the right medium, which could be through Pinterest. Now, Pinterest is something not a lot of people think of. And I use this example because of it has a very strong female following, which means there's a way for you to be able to get your message, your offer in front of those right people. So this is what you need to be able to dissect for yourself. Now, let me actually use an analogy that Russell Brunson, which I highly look up to and think he's a genius. And if you haven't listened to his interview on the Ask the Pro show, please go do so. He puts it really well. He said, when TV really first started, and for quite some time, there was only a few channels. There was like 3 main channels, which means businesses trying to advertise on there, it was a complete scattershot. You would have all different types of people watching the same medium, watching the TV, which means you put an ad up, it's going to a very vast array of people watching that with a very vast array of different problems, different things that they're looking for, and different things that they're willing to jump on board for as well. Now we have hundreds of channels, and I actually don't know how many there would be because I don't actually have a TV at our place anymore, but there is, say, a hunting channel. So if your target market is hunters, you can go directly in front of your crowd and so on. Now, mix this in with the high precision targeting and retargeting that you can do online with platforms such as Google, Facebook, Instagram, the big players, and so many more. And like, you can see why I am just getting so pumped up and excited with this, because it is so easy for you to be able to get in front of the right people. So for you to be able to grow your following, deliver absolute killer value and deliver consistently and really give what's needed for those people to be able to get the results that they're looking for, and to be able to get those results even from your free stuff that you are putting out, and making sure that you're putting it in front of them on the right platform. So this comes into the second success factor that ties in really well with this, and this is the offer value seesaw. This is simply you needing to understand that you are running a business, and what so many people fail to do is actually make it easy for people to buy and come on board. But at the same time, you don't want to be one of those douchebags and be one of those people that's constantly saying, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, because you tune out, you unsubscribe, you unfollow these people without even blinking. So you need to decide how often and how are you going to offer people to come on board. Also deciding on how is this put forward. In the blueprint, we go into the sales funnel, which I've delved into a ton already on this show, but knowing what steps someone has to go through from knowing you to be able to then knowing and trusting and really liking you, then being able to join up, get on board, and actually buy, purchase what you have. This needs to be a natural flow. Now, Gary Vaynerchuk, which seriously I have a serious bromance for, and if you haven't read his last book, Ask Gary V, go and get it. With all seriousness, go and get it. But in the book before that, which I also think is a killer, the book was named Jab, 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 Right Hook. It's sitting behind me right now on my bookshelf, but here it is. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back in a split with so much more for you. Now, I know you're listening and tuning in because you know how important your health is and how this can also catapult your business. This is why I'm very happy to say that this podcast is sponsored by My Body Blends and my favorite, the Superfood Elixir, the powerful greens drink. Now, this is designed specially to boost energy, aids detoxification, enhances the ability to burn fat, supports healthy carbohydrate metabolism, and best of all, is voted best tasting greens drink. Now, myself and the My Body Blends team are looking for ambassadors to join, so you and your clients get the health benefits plus adding in a strong income stream for you and your business. The ambassador program, which is by application only, means you get exclusive access to sell My Body Blends products like Superfood Elixir to your clients, plus giving you the special ambassador pricing and bonuses. So once you become an ambassador, you can join the other top health and fitness players that are adding thousands to their week's income. Now, there is only a limited number of ambassadors we are taking on board, as this is a tribe leading the way together. So to apply and to join, go to mybodyblend.com/ambassador or add the checkout code that is Turning Pro, all one word, when you're going to get your own superfood elixir to order. Plus, you're going to get free shipping and a bonus to save yourself over $250 instantly. So just use that coupon code Turning Pro in the checkout and you can save over $250 right now, all on mybodyblend.com. Okay, so the premise of this book is that you need to offer great amounts of value constantly and consistently, and then at the right time with enough value already put forward, you need to make sure that you put your selling offers out there to be able to get people to easily purchase and come on board. Now, sticking with the simple 80-20 rule following this, you can create 80% of your posts or your videos or your blogs or whatever great value-rich material you're producing. The other 20% is focused on selling and getting people on board. Now, you shouldn't be scared of selling. It's your business. And if you truly believe in what you are offering is good, then you should be more than happy to have a transaction take place for you to be able to give that service or product that you have in exchange for money. Now, the third factor that I think is obvious is it's working with a mentor and you surrounding yourself with the right people. Now, I'm not saying work with me because I know I'm not the right fit for everyone. And I do make it an application process for people to come on board so that I know that it is the right fit and straight up that they are going to be able to get great results. Otherwise, you can't come on. But you need to be learning from the right people. You need to be learning from the people that know what they're talking about, have the experience, have the real world upfront, honest and positive advice and help that you are needing to be able to take on board for yourself. Now, honesty and positivity does mean that at times you need to be able to take progression. You can't be a delicate snowflake and not be able to take on the truth that is that you might be doing something wrong. You might need to change, but you need to be able to take that feedback. You need to appreciate it. You need to be thankful and you need to pivot and make the changes, because at the end of the day, that's what you need to be doing to grow as yourself, to be able to grow your business as well. Now, I had to include this point because I'm seriously floored on the floor about how many people are constantly jumping around, trying 100 different things, all the things that they can be doing, but not really doing what counts. And that's because they are just consuming. And it's easy to be able to consume and use this as a way to procrastinate rather than producing and really doing what's needed to grow the business. Now, let's be honest, you being here with me right now, and I feel blessed and I am utterly thankful that you are here with me right now. But I do not want you to be tuning in and then jumping to all hundreds of different other blogs and videos and articles, and you're constantly just consuming each day and every day with what you can be doing and jumping around from so many different tactics, but you're not taking a serious course of action that is precise. I publish this show so I can take away your confusion, take away any frustration so you know what to act on, but then have the decisive action day in, day out that you need to be doing. So of course, I believe in what I create. I know my business mentoring program is amazing, and it's because I see the results from everyone that's crushing it themselves, and of course that I believe in the online fitness business blueprint. It's more than 100 times worth of what I'm giving it away for, because you know what? It works. And obviously if I didn't believe in it, then, and if I know it didn't work, I wouldn't put it out there and I wouldn't be able to do it. But hey, if you are serious about having the guide that literally is the map that you can follow to start and build your online fitness business, then obviously I do believe the Blueprint program is there for you to use. Now, if you don't, that's cool, because it's not for everyone. It does involve you really taking action day by day, which many are not ready to do so. So that's cool. Now, there are 5 steps that I actually changed up to suit what is really working right now. And I'm going to outline the questions for you to answer and take action on right in this episode right now. So get your pen and paper or take some serious notes and get ready for it, because this is the quick fire guide that you need to be able to start going through. So first up, you need the clarity. How are you going to separate yourself from your competition? How do you target your market, and how do you get them to take serious notice of you and be able to get them into your following and as raving fans? Also, you need to craft your business model around 4 very important questions. They are: what do you want to do? When do you want to do it? Where do you want to do it? And whom do you want to do it with? These are the 4 questions that you need to design your business around. And if you don't, you will be left with a business that doesn't give you what you want. Now, underlying those 4 questions, there is the why factor. Why are you doing what you are doing? If you are just looking to sit on a beach with a laptop and pull in the big bucks because that's what you think online business is all around, you are kidding yourself. Because if you really want to be able to truly help people, you want to be able to transform bodies, you want to transform lives, then you are on the right path, because this is what gives you scalability. I actually don't even know if that's a word, scalability. This is what gives you scale, the ability to be able to help so many more people and to be able to do things that isn't selling your time for money. Because the biggest problem when you are, say, a personal trainer and you are training people one-on-one and you are selling your time for dollars, that is not scale. You cannot suddenly go from 24-hour days to 36-hour days. You can't suddenly train 100 people in a day. That's not possible. So this is what you are able to do with building the right online business, because then that gives you the things that you want outside of being able to help the people, and that's helping yourself. That's giving you the freedom, that's giving you the income, that's giving you the lifestyle that you want. So now the step is, how are you going to drive the traffic, and how is this going to grow your following? So in the Blueprint program, I actually have separated the traffic to the social media, the email, and the omnipresence, because they're so important. You need to be able to design them each properly. So now, before I actually even go into this, I did say the word omnipresence, and I want to make sure that you know what I'm talking about with this. This is a term that I've taken from Grant Cardone, and this is being able to be everywhere. And this is why I just get so giddy, like before, when we have the ability to have precision targeting and retargeting that you can do with your online marketing. This is it. This is being able to be in front of the right people in all the times, in all the right precise places that they are at, to be able to have those natural steps, their natural flow for the business to be able to grow, for you to grow your following and get them on board as your clients. Now, the third and very important section that I feel so many people are doing incorrectly, that could be made with some simple tweaks done right, is social media. It's because you need to be able to do something that is simple and effective, and this can also be free as well. So I'm not going to tell you to start spending your dollars as of today on Google pay-per-click advertising, because unless you are in the right position to do so, and it's highly unlikely you are right at this stage, that is not going to work. So being able to combine social media media, along with your email systems, means you are able to grow your relationships and continue that value train. So you need to plan out how are you going to be posting, how often, what times, what mediums, and what is the system and process that you are going to follow. Now, I've covered already so much of this in previous episodes, and there are other episodes as well going into it, but obviously to see more, go to the link that goes into the blueprint because you can see everything there for yourself. Now, the fourth step is conversions. This is how are you going to get people on board? What are the natural steps and what are the natural process is that people are going to be able to go through it? You can't just say, hey, here's my weight loss program and put it in front of someone that doesn't know who you are, doesn't know what you do, doesn't know what you're about, because they're not even going to see it. Let's be honest. They're going to flick straight past you and your offer because you've got no clout with them. You've got no relationship built with them. They don't think anything of you, and that is what you need to change. And again, that is what the steps before this means. But once someone does know you, like you, trust you, then what's that process, that natural, easy progression to be able to get them on board, whether you're selling a one-off program, a membership, a physical product, a supplement, your coaching, your consulting, your membership, whatever it is, these are the steps that you need to do. But now, this is something that's really important, this fifth step that I want to cover, because we're coming right up on time with this. And the fifth step is delivery. How can you ensure that you get your customers and your clients nothing but amazing results from using what you're using? This is where I dive into in the actual mentoring programs, the actual signature system creation. So this is where I go in and create, hey, look, maybe for the world, we don't need another 12-week weight loss ebook. Like, this is something that's probably been done before and isn't probably the best means for what's needed. So think about your perfect client that you want to be dealing with right now. What do they need to be given? What do you need to be able to walk them through? What's the process that they need? Do they need videos? Do they need audio? Do they need guides? Do they need templates? All the different things that you're able to do. Do you need to be able to talk with them on the phone, on Skype? Like, all these different processes. This is the thing of how you create your signature system. And this is why it's so important, because if you do this step properly, and this is the most important step, everything else is kind of falling under the marketing and sales process. This is doing what you love. Like, this is actually creating, this is using your skills, your information, your knowledge, your love in health and fitness. This is where you can combine this and get this to be able to create results for your customers and clients, because you need to be able to step up and get the best possible results for them. So the best step for you to take right now as we come straight up onto this mark is for you to be able to get the steps all laid out. Go to chrisdufay.com/blueprint and you will see the entire online fitness business blueprint there for you. What steps are involved and what steps you need to take from there right now. I want to just say a huge thank you for you tuning in to this episode and today. I really appreciate it. Obviously, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because you don't want to miss out on everything coming up. And do make sure you head on over to chrisdufay.com/blueprint. There are some bonuses there for you as well that you can get your hands on. And also this will lead you onto, as well as everything that's on chrisdufay.com, is the free coaching, the guides, the training tutorials. And look, just go there yourself. You'll see it, because all the shows from this episode and all the other episodes in Ask the Pro and the videos are there waiting for you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. I really want to make sure that I'm giving you what you want. So the best thing for you to do is make sure you get in contact with me. Jump on social media, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. That's where I'm mainly at. And also jump onto the chrisdufay.com site, because then you can get onto everywhere that is where I can help you. See you in the next episode. Thank you so much for being here. And if you've liked this episode, please share it out and make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss out. Now, to really get the most out of you being here, go to turningproacademy.com/start here. There you can get access to the free coaching guide. So if you want to know how to double or triple your clients in just a few weeks, or if you want to start and grow your online business, be sure to head on over to turningproacademy.com/start here to get free access to it now. And as always, I'm so thankful for you being here, and I'm really looking forward to you joining next week in the new episode.